Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another AlphaStar 1 versus 1 video. In the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have AlphaStar, the map being New Repugnancy, of course. And in the top right-hand side of the map, who else but a Diamond Protoss player stepping up to the bat, gonna be taking a swing at good old AlphaStar. Now, every time I think that AlphaStar is that I'm not gonna be able to cast every AlphaStar game, I just think like the AI just comes out, or the player just comes out and does something that's super like outlandish, super wacky, and then it just makes me want to watch more and more AlphaStar. So that is what we are gonna be doing here today. This good old PvP, Protoss versus Protoss, no cannons, which, I mean, it's whatever. I'd have preferred some cannons, but we can't always get what we want. Now, if we do take a look here, we have got ourselves AlphaStar just doing double gas, not walling off on the high ground. It seems to have abandoned that idea for the most part. It never really consistently walled off on the high ground, it would seem. Then this guy here just going to be going for what looks like just a gateway into Cybercore. If he throws up his second gateway now, it'll be late. And he's already, this guy's like, hey AlphaStar, I heard your wall a little bit odd, so I'm gonna take your wall and pump it up a little bit, because this guy currently has 2 gaps in his wall. Well, 3 if you count here. So here, here, and here. 3 points of entry. It is not a safe location. You do not want to be there. So that's already very odd, but then AlphaStar says, hey, yo, that's odd. How about a Zealot? This game is already off to a bit of an odd start between old AlphaStar and the Diamond player. AlphaStar, I called it old. I guess in a roundabout way it's old, because it played like millions of matches of Starcraft 2, hundreds of years of Starcraft 2 to get to this point. Just running through simulation after simulation, and so AlphaStar is kind of old. This probe doing a good job scouting out, just seeing what's going on. It's saying, hey, what's going on? Then we've got a Stargate on the way for the Diamond player, whereas AlphaStar hasn't gone for any tech yet, just a Nexus. The Zealot, or the Adept, finally did kill that probe. The Adept, she gets the glory. All the while, this Protoss player is just going for seemingly a 1 Stalker Stargate. AlphaStar is scouting this out and was like, hey man, you know you're supposed to wall off correctly, right? Yeah. So this guy's like, oh, no. I've heard your suggestion, AlphaStar, and I say no. I'm going to make my 1 Stalker, and then I'm going to defend from there. He throws up another couple of pylons to complete his wall. I guess that makes sense. Probably wants to build another gateway. But of course, what else in Diamond League but a Void Ray? I honestly haven't seen AlphaStar against too many Void Rays, other than that one Protoss player who turtled up just to mass Void Rays and totally wrecked AlphaStar from behind. God, that sounds horrible. But AlphaStar was behind, and he totally wrecked it. But anyway, here we go. We have got a Robo finished up for AlphaStar, a couple more gateways and Immortal. But you know what Immortals don't help with? Void Rays. So this guy's like, Void Rays, Void Rays, Void Rays. Just one Void. Just the one Void Ray, actually. A couple more gateways on the way. AlphaStar is still on 2 bases, though. This Diamond player on 2 bases now, too. I didn't even realize he snuck up a Nexus, which... It's just so odd, this guy's wall. It's like, what are you doing, guy? What are you up to? He hasn't started another Void Ray yet. He's incredibly oversupply, I must say. Right now, he's got 39 out of 62. That is a large supply deficit. It's always good not to get supply blocked, but then it can also be a negative thing if you build just too many pylons or too many gateways. Certain pro players, not to name any names, are incredibly guilty of this. But now we take a look at this. The Void Ray just shows on up. It hasn't activated Prismatic Alignment yet. I really believe it should. There we go. And it might actually just kill the Robo of AlphaStar, because AlphaStar has made 0 anti-air. It has got 2 sentries for anti-air, so AlphaStar is just going to cross the map. There we go. 1 Stalker gets warped in. The shield battery could heal this Robo. AlphaStar is not doing that. Looks like we're going to be seeing the Void Ray trade its life for the Robo. That is wonky. That is very, very wonky. Another Void Ray is on the way. Another Pylon is on the way because this guy needs more supply, apparently. Ever afraid of getting supply blocked, he builds even another one. This guy has supply for days. He could build so much stuff. A Void Ray is out, and until these Stalkers join up for AlphaStar, this should be enough for the Diamond player to repel this. The Stalkers body block all but 2 of the Adepts. Unfortunately for this Protoss player, 2 Adepts are more than enough to kill off plenty of workers. More Stalkers are warping in for this Diamond player. However, his natural base could be a little bit vulnerable. I think starting up another Void Ray is probably his best bet to aim for that high air supremacy. His Void Ray is working away on this Immortal. I don't believe Immortals are tagged as armored, are they? Yeah, they actually are. So the Void Ray should get through it, but that's actually a good question. Never mind. Alright, the Stalkers are going to end up repelling this. The Void Ray goes down. In the end, it looks like AlphaStar does get repelled. However, AlphaStar did not leave empty-handed, killing off a good number of workers. That's actually just one thing that I was wondering. Does a Void Ray, its bonus versus armor, does that go against... Does that help against an Immortal's Hardened Shield? Which is sort of like a... invisible HP? That is a good question. If anyone knows the answer to that, let me know down in the comments. And oh my gosh, speaking of comments, that totally makes me forget. We have got a like goal to hit. And seeing as how this Protoss player has 7 Stalkers, let's try and hit 7 likes on this video. We can do it. 1 like per Stalker. It would really boost the Stalker's ego if it gets a like. However, unfortunately for this guy, AlphaStar is showing up with even more Stalkers, so he's got to go home. AlphaStar's like, okay, I may be a bit of a derpy AI at times, but you were making Void Rays, and Stalkers are the best early game counter Protoss has to Void Rays, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to start at third base, and then I'm going to hope you just leave me alone. We see 3 more gateways go up for this Diamond player, but there hasn't been another tech. He's getting up a Twilight Council, so I imagine it's just going to be like Blink Void Ray or something ludicrous like that. I kind of dig it. I dig the weirdness, so that's what we're going to be getting. Well, I guess it could always be for like a Dark Shrine. He did end up killing AlphaStar's Robo, so DTs would actually be a win right now. However, it's never that simple. It is never that simple. AlphaStar going to cross the map with its ton of Stalkers. Hasn't made a Twilight Council, isn't getting Blink or anything. We see Zealots warp on in here for the Diamond player. We'll see if they're going to help out, because in comes AlphaStar looking to push on in. The Void Rays can lock onto a Stalker, essentially get guaranteed kills. AlphaStar steps forward to try and pick off the Void Rays. Looks like it will focus them down, but in doing so, it walked in front of the Zealots. It walked in front of AlphaStar's... It walked in front of the opponent's Stalkers, and so this is going to mean that AlphaStar takes not a great trade. However, the Void Ray count was reset, which is quite significant for AlphaStar. Charge is now on the way, so it looks like this Protoss player is aiming for a charge Void Ray composition. He's got to make sure he gets his extra gas up. He's even going to take his third base. Reasonably timed compared to AlphaStar. He's not in some huge economic deficit, but oh boy, if we take a look right now, old AlphaStar is just looking for blood. These Zealots are going to be getting kited back by these Stalkers. Charge needs to be getting chrono boosted out now. It's 25 seconds away here. The Diamond player just has to hold on till he has charge, and that will really help close the distance on these Stalkers, because keep in mind, these Stalkers don't actually have really any upgrades. They don't have Blink. And that's going to mean that charge lots are way better than they usually are. Okay, that third base is still getting on up. AlphaStar hallucinates forward to see exactly what its opponent is cooking with. These Zealots, though, they've now got charge, so they're going to be a lot better against this composition. This is actually quite a close matchup we've got right now. The Diamond player's been at a consistent slight deficit, but it is just a slight deficit, it would seem. Adepts could potentially be looking for some worker kills for AlphaStar, but for now, this is just a wonky game. AlphaStar started to get up a Templar Archives, probably just for Archons. I mean, Archons aren't ever really bad in a situation. The Diamond player getting double Forge up, which is quite odd considering how he's going Void Rays. Maybe he just wants more and more charge lots. AlphaStar does a partial recall. Most of its army goes. Yeah, third base is up, though, for the Diamond player, so he can transfer workers there, keep that base nice and saturated. And then the game is just going to continue on, I feel. AlphaStar has better production. AlphaStar is starting to make Archons, which I think will probably be a pretty big factor in who wins this. However, as I say, that 1-1 fires up for our Diamond player, and upgrades can make a big difference in Starcraft 2, particularly if AlphaStar just forgets them. Stalkers are out on the map for AlphaStar. Looks like they could be getting caught here by this Protoss player. He realizes that, hey, those Stalkers are by themselves, so he's going to pursue them away. Those are 4 dead Stalkers. A nice supply equalizer there for the Diamond player, who is starting to fall behind a fair bit in supply. So I'm kind of concerned for our buddy here. Notably, though, AlphaStar has not yet got charge, which it doesn't have going for it, which is not nice. And this is gonna be a messy battle. I don't think the Diamond player can take this fight now. He's gonna give it the good old college try. AlphaStar is quite bogged up here. It looks like the AI will end up getting repelled. However, it just pulls back to a better angle to fight at. The Void Ray's prismatic aligning, putting out as much damage as they can. I think that we may need to see this guy retreat. The Prism actually gets gunned down by those Void Rays and Stalkers just instantly. With picking those off, the Diamond player could potentially retreat, really weaken any attack coming from AlphaStar. The upgrades are getting chrono boosted out, so they should be ready for the next fight, it would seem. Void Rays are still building. Void Rays scale quite well, as long as they don't get like completely stacked up on by the Archons. Another Stargate on the way. This Diamond player has quite an interesting PvP, so I'm rooting for the Diamond player for this one. Let's see it. Let's go Humanity. It's been a while, I feel, since AlphaStar has actually lost a game on this channel, so I'm like, all right, let's go Humanity. Let's see it. However, a move out right now for the Diamond player, I feel, would not be the choice that he wants to make. We're even seeing a fleet we can go up, which is quite interesting. He's got 2-2. The Diamond player has his hand in many pots right now, which could be making me a little bit nervous for him. Because if you commit too much to too many techs, you won't have enough to take on just like a big old attack. And that's what I'm worried about. 2-2 is on the way. If the Diamond player can make it to 2-2, then I have a lot of faith for him. But AlphaStar is looking to go for an attack, maybe at the 3rd base. We could be heading into a bit of a wacky base trade situation. The Void Rays would, in theory, help out with that, but I mean, Protoss buildings don't fly. Looks like our Diamond player is going to be pushing on in. AlphaStar is actually just going to attack on its own accord, go to its opponent's side of the map. We'll see who's going to win this base trade. Does the Diamond player spend his resources to get out enough of an army? Does he, say, run some workers out? Looks like he's running just 1 probe out. Life pro tip, probes are cheap when it's a base trade situation. Just send out quite a few more. At least one of the probes is going to escape. We're heading into a full-on base trade. AlphaStar, they're really dwarfing its opponent's supply. We'll see if AlphaStar does commit to the full-on base trade. There's been some classic AlphaStar base trade derps we've seen in the past, though. This Diamond player, they're really taking his time, not going to be killing the production off of AlphaStar quick enough, I feel. There we go. He's getting the rest of his units in. He is still researching towards 2-2, which could be a huge factor if he can get it out, but we do see AlphaStar slowly pushing up this ramp. Stalkers kiting back against these Zealots. The Diamond player really needs to take better trades than this, I feel. However, he does end up winning out against those Zealots. He's working on the main base of AlphaStar. AlphaStar isn't pushing into the main base in time. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. It's going to get those forges, which is actually quite a sad story for this Diamond player, but I think the Diamond player is toast regardless. We could see AlphaStar actually get eliminated, though, in a potential base race. The Diamond player working away on all the buildings here for AlphaStar. He's going to be aiming for the Nexus to pick that off. There's another Nexus to the north. It's literally just kill the buildings as quick as you can for the Diamond player. He started his own Nexus on this side of the map. The probe that was responsible for that is still alive in the main base, so the Diamond player does have legs in this base trade. AlphaStar is going to be killing off all of its opponent's buildings. It really doesn't understand the concept of splitting properly, it would seem. Stalkers and Zealots working away on all the buildings they can. This Diamond player, he's got to get everything working. This could be a win for humanity here. AlphaStar has lost almost all of its buildings, as we see. It's going to be close. I mean, the chat's been disabled, but I'm sure the buildings have been revealed at this point. The Diamond player is going for it, and I think he's going to do an AlphaStar. Derping out yet again in a base trade is going to result in another Diamond player taking down AlphaStar. So I've been doing some thinking, and AlphaStar is really fun to watch, but I think as far as the iterations go, there's a lot of iterations. There's the low, there's the mid, and then there's the complete. Unfortunately, they released seemingly the fewest games of the complete version, and I have a few of those left. So I was thinking, do I want to save LaughNgamez or complete games of AlphaStar? And I think I'm going to go ahead and save like the highest level of AlphaStar for the final videos on this channel to do with AlphaStar. I think that's the right thing to do. I'll maybe save like a couple of other long ones, so we'll go out with a bang as far as AlphaStar goes. But yeah, that's the plan. For now, we have got AlphaStar taking on a Platinum player. I mean, we just saw it lose to a Diamond player, but a Platinum player is a bit of a step down. We'll see, though. There's always hope. I believe in Ling Floods. I believe in Bane Bust. Show me the cheese, Platinum guy. I want to see it. I dig it every step of the way if you just cheese the ever-loving heck out of AlphaStar. Drone's trying to chase away that probe. Gas is on the way. Do we see the pool yet for the Platinum player? We should see a pool. It's pool time. It's a pool party. The probe probably not invited, though. Can't imagine it would be good for its circuits. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's just a standard opening here for the Zerg. The probe of AlphaStar actually dies, which is not good for AlphaStar. The Zerg makes sure he returns all his minerals before he puts those boys in gas. He does want his gas indeed. What's he going to spend his money on? Is it going to be a bunch of lings? Is it going to be some aggression? Is AlphaStar going to turn on this guy, go for some of that evil, or nasty... I say evil because AlphaStar does it so well. The Adept and Oracle harassment. So yeah, let's wait and find out. Who's it gonna be that's gonna go for the first aggression in that previous game? It was kind of AlphaStar poking at first, I'd say. I mean, the Void Ray across the map was a little bit odd, but as far as actual pokes go, I think AlphaStar went for it. That was actually just so random though. Like, even in AlphaStar's millions of games, I wonder if it ever just had one Void Ray fly in and kill its Robo. Just like, hey, what's up? I'm here to kill your Robo. AlphaStar just didn't know what to do, I feel. But it actually kind of did. It was playing fine, and then it just died in a base trade. AlphaStar, Twilight Council on the way, Robo on the way. We'll see what tech it's going to research. It's not rushing completely into any tech. It has made the one Adept across the map. The Adept is going to try and get a drone. Looks like he gets one drone. Does it get a second? It should not get a second. It should not get a second. It does get a second. Don't let there not be 3 drones. Oh, there was 3 drones and the Adept escapes. That is not a good sign for the Zerg race. So immediately the Platinum player just fires up 16 lings and says, that's it. That's it. I hate it. Darn it. I'm going to Bane Bust. Here you go. I hope you enjoy. All the while, AlphaStar is trying to get up a Dark Shrine. However, if this Bane Bust crosses the map quick enough, all these lings cross the map quick enough, AlphaStar could be dead before the DTs get warped on in. So does this Platinum player... Is he too tardy, is the question. Will he be too slow, not punctual enough, or will he, like a lot of players in lower leagues, fall victim to, or is he going to do this well enough? He's just going to be waiting for his Baneling Nest. That's 13 seconds. I'm kind of curious. A Warp Prism is moving out onto the map for AlphaStar. However, there is a lot of lings amassing outside of its base. AlphaStar, I get the feeling it doesn't know how to properly wall off to defend a Ling Flood. So, where's the Banelings? That is a lot of Banelings morphing. AlphaStar could be in a lot of trouble. This is going to hit just barely before the Dark Shrine is finished. However, the DTs could still always just win the game. More lings crossing the map. The lings actually just surround the Stalker. They're going to charge on in. Let's see what they get done. Can they kill all the workers? Can they unpower the buildings? These banelings are going to run on in towards the probes. I think this Platinum player is like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? There's so many probes to kill. However, if we take a look on the Platinum player's side of the map, there's Adepts now shading on in. AlphaStar didn't warp in any DTs just yet, and AlphaStar is in a state of disarray. Banelings could potentially kill these DTs. It's going to be close. The DTs do survive, though, and are going to start cleaning up these links. A spine starts for this Zerg player, just trying to get those... Just trying to save those drones, it would seem. He's got more lings coming on in. He needs to be starting a spore, though, in case of DT, right? That's what we need to see. You need a spore, not a spine guy. The ling's going to be working on the front wall here. The DTs just trying to clean up the lings inside the main base of AlphaStar. AlphaStar is only on 4 workers. Could potentially be knocked down to even fewer. Looks like the last probes of AlphaStar could be getting killed off by these lings, and that's it. AlphaStar has no more probes. It has 65 minerals, and it's maybe saving them till all the lings are cleaned up, but I think the Platinum player just Bane busted and killed AlphaStar. More lings are coming on in. The gateways could be unpowered. It's just the one DT. Where'd the other DT go? There was 2 DTs, so I guess one of them actually did die to a Baneling detonation. Like, this Platinum player, he actually killed off 2 DTs with Banelings. What a legend. Or maybe the AI morphed an Archon and that died, and I don't know, but... Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what a good run for humanity. Winning 2 matches in a row against AlphaStar. That DT ended with 33 kills, but it wasn't enough. And so, on that note, a good day for humanity. So press that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that bell icon, as YouTube sometimes doesn't actually notify you unless you have that pushed. Join the Discord channel. You can post memes or you can post replays. Those are your choices. And big thanks to everyone who supports the channel via the memberships program. You guys are the best. I'll see everyone next time. Thanks for watching.